Are we live again? Can you guys see the stream? Alright. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on, guys. I genuinely don't know what's going on. But, yeah. Hopefully this solves it. Alright, let's get back into it. Apologies for the internet problems. If it goes down, just stick around. I will try to get back, and I'll let you know if I can't get back.
Have sent assassins after him. And unfortunately for them, through his remarkable cunning and the use of countless surrogate bodies, he never really stays destroyed for very long. The act of being murdered proving to be little more than a minor annoyance. The success of his mission is paramount, and he justifies his actions by claiming if he was able to find some way to explain himself to the lesser species, they would certainly come to understand the importance of what he was trying to do. But how would he even go about doing this? How do you explain to humanity and other species like them that their lifespans are so finite that to an immortal being like Trazyn, the purpose of their existence basically boils down to a handful of artifacts or important individuals, that they should be willingly giving them up instead of selfishly clutching onto them? To him, trying to explain himself to such barbaric individuals is unfortunately a pointless waste of time that could be better spent.
That's not quite how collecting works. And also, why would we hand over our best weapons just so that you can preserve them? We kind of need them.
Acquiring even more important pieces of history. So he takes what he wants and moves on to his next pursuit, making a whole lot of enemies along the way. Trazyn's enemies see him as a monster, a tyrant come to unleash not just legions of Necron soldiers, but also a bizarre menagerie of monsters and aliens, sometimes even their own soldiers that have been mind-shackled to him. Trazyn's heard what they call him: a thief, a monster, an abomination, a tyrant, and thousands of other hurtful names. And he understands why they would fling such unwarranted insults at him. I mean, really, he gets it. But from his perspective, he's the most altruistic person in the entire galaxy. It's just unfortunate that everyone else is too primitive to understand that. The relics that Trazyn has stored in his galleries are inconceivable, from ancient weaponry thought lost millions of years ago during the War in Heaven, to entire regiments of guardsmen and space marines, locked in stasis for all time. And speaking of those galleries, to understand Trazyn, we need to understand the world that he calls home, the world of solemnness. The things that Trazyn has taken and stored in his galleries are inconceivable. From ancient weaponry thought lost millions of years ago during the War in Heaven, to entire regiments of guardsmen and space marines, locked in stasis for all time. And speaking of those galleries, we need to talk about the world that Trazyn calls home. As we've established, Trazyn is a particularly eccentric individual, so we should expect no less from his kingdom. For a long time, we didn't really know too much about it, other than it was the place where Trazyn stored his vast collection. But with Book 2 of the Fabius Bile trilogy, we finally got a decent look at this place. So first and foremost, even though I'm going to refer to it as a planet from time to time, Solemnness really isn't a planet. It's an artificial construct, the world's atmosphere consisting of lashing winds and toxic clouds, but for the most part seems as though it's left completely defenseless, almost as if, despite being a cold, dead husk, is welcoming to visitors. If one was to descend to the planet's surface, they would see nothing but silvery sand dunes stretched out as far as the eye could see. There are no ruins, vegetation, or any signs of life at all. If you were to pick up a handful of the sand and let it dribble through your fingers, you would notice that it's not sand at all. Each individual speck is a micro machine, so tiny that as they fell through your fingers, the wind would catch them and carry them off to a new destination. When Fabius Bile did this, he could have sworn he saw a skeletal face leering back at him in the cloud of nanomachines, almost as if whoever made this place had a pretty interesting sense of humor. The machines act as trillions of minuscule solar cells, receiving transferred energy from a massively powerful star the entire world is formed around. And the toxic gases and winds are a byproduct of the tiny machine's synthetic photosynthesis.
So he lives in
it's
a
an
Dyson
impossible
sphere,
place
effectively.
that, even to a great and terrible mind like the one owned by Fabius Bile, makes absolutely no sense. Its technology is just on a completely different scale. When Fabius Bile journeyed to this world, him and his followers were trying to figure out how to get inside of it. They had worked out a system where if they used their ship's signal jammers, they might be able to interfere with the nanomachines. But before they could put their plan into action, the nanomachines directly beneath their feet all hardened together into a large circular platform. The platform then began to descend downwards, creating a massive tunnel through the dunes. Once they finally broke free from the undulating mass of nanomachines, what they saw was pretty spectacular. And I'm going to read a passage from the book that describes exactly what they were seeing. Fabius looked around in growing wonder. Jade lumens flickered to life across the vast space that they now found themselves in. In the emerald radiance, Fabius saw that their platform was one among hundreds, each set equidistant from the others and at varying heights, mounted atop deceptively thin towers of smooth stone and featureless metal. Instinctively, he activated the armor's augers, trying to get a sensor map of his surroundings. Each of the platforms was connected by a single walkway to the edge of an immense circular tier. There were thousands of tiers, each rising to impossible heights and descending to imperceptible depths, all along the vertical curve of what could only be a colossal sphere. Each of the tiers was occupied by what appeared to be a labyrinth of prismatic galleries, winding back into the heart of the vast structure. And all were slowly, almost imperceptibly, moving, rotating, the way a world might rotate in its place in the firmament. He murmured in awe despite himself. Questions sped across the surface of his mind, one after the next. This place was nothing so much as a gargantuan orrery, built around a caged power source of incalculable potency.
I was right,
he said, thumping the ramp of the gunship with the ferrule of his scepter. The sound echoed loudly in the silence.
It's a Dyson's.
Who is Fabius Bile? Because he seems human, but in this picture at least he doesn't. Or at least he seems chaos infected. Ah, so he's chaos. Ah, okay. Okay, the chairs, how you doing, bro? Also, PJ, how you doing, bro? Thanks for the follow, really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. So he's the call of the chaos side. Emperor Children's apothecary, I believe. Emperor Children kind of still loyal. What do you mean kind of still loyal? Because some people are saying that he's the chaos call. Is he loyal or isn't he? No, he's just not loyal to anyone. He only cares about his science. So he'll help the Imperium if the Imperium needs it. But also he'll just do whatever the fuck he needs. Okay, that makes sense.
I would guess that it has been here for some time. Longer than humanity has prowled the stars. In certain Eldari text, it speaks of a great war in heaven. Most of it is allegorical nonsense, as can be expected of such a culture. But if you were to compare it to other Xenos records, there are hints. Star gods and cannibal suns, warp spawn and soulless legions that were more monstrous than any abominable intelligence. Machines that devoured entire worlds for fuel, and vampiric entities.
The Eldar think that Fabius Cole is worse than demons. Oh, Fabius Bile. He's an Emperor's Children apothecary. They're a traitor legion, but this guy just doesn't give a shit. He only cares about his experiments. No ethics, just does what he wants. Well, my kind of guy, actually.
That drained the energy from stars. Cannons that could split reality with a single shot.
Fabius smiled.
A war that laid waste to every galaxy in the universe. A war our existence has yet to recover from. Glorious to think of it, isn't it?
Palos grunted.
If it's the truth. What is truth but the perception of fact?
The fabled prismatic galleries of Solemnus are packed full of some of the galaxy's most valuable and historically relevant artifacts from across space and time. However, it doesn't contain just physical objects, but potentially billions of living individuals as well. Whether they be figures of historical importance or entire battles, each participant frozen in time and snatched away to be stored in Trazen's mighty collection.
Dude, that's
he likes to
so
walk
wrong.
amongst his exhibits, ducking underneath bolter shells frozen in the air, and making minor adjustments to cloaks billowing in the wind, moving soldiers around ever so slightly to truly capture the emotional impact of a battle. He's not just a history nerd, but also fancies himself a great storyteller, making sure his exhibits don't just tell the historical facts, but also tell a great story and capture the emotion of the battle. Unfortunately, sometimes these ideas can conflict with one another, and he has to make concessions. If, say, for example, a soldier of historical importance is in the collection, and he's trying to represent their last stand, if the captured individual is missing an arm, but the moment he's trying to depict happened before he lost the limb. Trozen has no problem with taking an arm from another less important specimen and reattaching it to them to better capture the moment. Maybe his exhibit is supposed to feature 1,000 guardsmen fighting off against a horde of orcs, but he was only able to capture 500 of them. In this case, he may grab another 500 from a different gallery to fill out the ranks, even if those soldiers came from a completely different planet and time period. He may even grab some historically inaccurate outfits for the implanted guardsmen, if it matches the original exhibit, balancing historical accuracy, limited supplies, and a good story, all of which can prove to be a pretty difficult task, but it's one that he is wholly dedicated to. And when you love what you do, it never really feels like work.
But it is mortals. It's actual mortals. Now, they're in stasis, but do you think they're conscious? Or do you think they're aware of everything that's going on, they just can't move? Dude, what a horrible existence. I'm sorry, but this guy seems like a cunt. Like, not gonna lie, I can you imagine living like that? Knowing what's going on, you know that you can't move. You experience every single moment as it happens, but you can't do anything about it. Their fingers to get them just right. Some are aware, some are not. He made a deal with person to stay awake. What do you mean?
Work. Some of his treasures include an ossified husk of an enslaver and the fabled Wraithbone Choir of the Altanzar craftworld, the preserved head of the ecclesiarch Sebastian Thor, who took over after Vandire's reign of blood, a library of written documents said to be so vast it rivals even the fabled Black Library of the Eldari, the world spirit of an Exodite Eldar planet, regiments from just about every different Astra Militarum world, artifacts from the Necrontier's ancient past during the times of flesh, Astartes from various different chapters and legions, many of those individuals predating the Horus Heresy, an entire Tyranid splinter fleet, which we'll get into a little bit later, a preserved and possibly still alive Krork, complete with its impossibly...
Wait a second. So this dude literally has an entire Tyranid fleet, but then he can save us from the Tyranids, no? Like, just get him to freeze all of the Tyranids and put them in the library. Easy.
Advanced armor, an intact Catan shard, a damaged but still functioning webway portal, a troop of Harlequins, and a massive stock of uncorrupted Emperor's Children gene seed. Although admittedly, he ended up trading this away to Fabius Bile for something far more unique, a perfect clone of the Primarch Fulgrim. Okay, so I want to take a second to really highlight that one.
Whoa.
A perfect, uncorrupted clone of the Primarch Fulgrim, complete with all of his memories and previous honor intact from before he was corrupted by Slaanesh. This is possibly one of the biggest additions to the lore in the last 5 years, and could be the beginning of one of 40K's most memorable storylines, the redemption of Fulgrim and the Emperor's Children. Can you imagine what it would look like if out of all of the Primarchs to return next, it was Fulgrim as a loyalist? What implications could this have for the future of mankind?
I don't know if that could work, because Fulgrim had this... He constantly wanted to be perfect, right? He had this perfection thing. And from what I've been able to gather from what I have read, Fulgrim was also very insecure. So Fulgrim would probably not follow Gilliman. He almost definitely wouldn't follow Lionel Johnson. He would want to be in charge of the Imperium. Because, well, you know, he is perfection, so to speak. So yeah, I don't know if that would happen, but still cool to think about.
What would it look like if Fulgrim returned to stand beside Gilliman and lead the Imperium against chaos? What would it mean for the Emperor's Children that followed him? The implications are massive, to say the least. But that being said, if I know anything about Trozen, it's that he isn't going to just give away a mint condition 2nd edition collectible. So we're probably never going to find out. The larger his collection grows, the more ambitious Trozen becomes, often setting up displays for future acquisitions. Now, one particular exhibit of note is a resplendent golden throne room, waiting for the day when he manages to obtain the centerpiece of his human exhibit and the crown jewel of his entire collection.
Fuck?
Now, how he's going to manage to break into the Imperial Palace to steal the Emperor of Mankind, is something that, admittedly, he hasn't quite worked out the details on. But he's working on it. It seems like out of all of the marvelous oddities and antiques,
Like, dude just wants to grab the Emperor? Okay, that... I can't see humanity just being okay with that one.
that Trozen has managed to collect, the one thing he hasn't been able to obtain is a friend. Oh, wait, no, never mind. He captured one of those too. In the short story, The War in the Museum, Trozen is attempting to catalog a splinter hive fleet that he managed to capture. One of the specimens in the collection, a lictor, manages to escape and starts rampaging through his galleries. Trozen inevitably tried to capture it himself after his Lich Guard proved to be ineffective, resulting in the lictor getting the jump on him and ripping his head off. After he wakes up in a new body, he decides that it might be for the best if he gets another expert to help him handle the situation. So he goes to one of his exhibits on the Adeptus Mechanicus and releases a Magos Biologus from stasis. Trozen greets him like he would an old friend. The Magos requests that next time Trozen puts him in stasis that he leave him conscious, and Trozen tells him that that's a really bad idea. He would definitely go insane not being able to move for 100 years. The Magos rebuttals this, informing him that the amount he could accomplish in silent contemplation for a century would be worth it. The story doesn't really specify much about their relationship, but they greet each other like old colleagues, each wholly driven by the pursuit of knowledge. The Magos specializes in Tyranid organisms, and apparently they've worked out some form of deal where everything that he learns through his dissections, Trozen will package and send back to the Mechanicus in exchange for him staying here on Solemnus. Over the course of the story, the Hive Tyrant that Trozen was attempting to dehydrate and place at the center of the exhibit pulses out its synaptic link and starts to awaken all of the other Tyranids, something the Magos had specifically warned him about. And trying to put a living Hive Tyrant on display was, to put it mildly, a really stupid idea. A notion that Trozen quickly dismissed. There's a really interesting scene in the book where we get to see what it's like inside of some of his exhibits. Trozen and the unnamed Magos, as well as a pair of Sisters of Battle that have been mind-shackled to him, end up on a command barge and are sailing across the exhibits as all of the Tyranids start to wake back up. Each of the galleries underneath them is enormous, and if you didn't know what you were actually looking at, they would each look like a different war-torn battlefield from across the galaxy, with the exception that at each of their borders was a half-mile tall steel wall that separated all of them. When the command barge flies above them, we get to see that each one is a completely different exhibit with a totally different setting. One being a bombarded cityscape, while another is a frozen tundra. As he flies higher into the air, we can see that there are countless other walled-off exhibits just like these. As the Tyranids begin to rampage through the other galleries, the skimmercraft approaches a giant cylindrical tower. It's described as a giant library, multiple rectangular-shaped shelves, each containing a different display. One has a group of guardsmen fighting off against the orcs, while another depicts a clash between space marines of the Horus Heresy era. Every now and then, 40k can get a little bit meta, and this tower sounds an awful lot like many of the display cases some serious Warhammer collectors may have in their own homes. I personally have one myself in the studio where I record all of my videos, but I imagine Trozen's collection is a lot more impressive. Despite having spent his life as a historian and not as a warrior,
he doesn't have the inconvenience of having to pay for it. He just takes it. I would have a massive Warhammer collection if I could just walk into any store and take what I want. I too would have a very impressive collection. The issue that we have is we have to fucking buy all this shit.
Trozen is no slouch in combat. Like all Necrons, he is gifted with the living metal body of Necrodermis that is able to repair itself from practically any injury. If his body does receive catastrophic damage that is too much to be repaired, he can immediately transfer his consciousness into a surrogate, whether that surrogate be nearby or all the way across the galaxy. If he needs to stay wherever he's at, he can also transfer his consciousness to pretty much any other Necron under his control, allowing him to jump back and forth between different Necron bodies, escaping death each and every jump. His weapon of choice is a staff known as the Empathic Obliterator, said to contain technology designed by the Old Ones themselves. It has an inbuilt resurrection orb and fires beams of psionic energy. The technology at Trozen's disposal is frankly remarkable. He's able to open dimensional pockets to move great distances in the blink of an eye, and with the wave of his hand can emit a stasis field that, at one point in the Infinite and the Divine, stops a 6-ton stone hammer that was about to destroy him, locking it in place with a flick of his wrist.
He
didn't even stop walking to take a second to look at it, waving it off like one would a fly. Possibly his most iconic weaponry is a combination of inventions known as Tesseract Labyrinths and Mind Shackle Scarabs. The mind shackles are basically a tiny specialized version of the canoptic scarabs that the Necrons use to control other alien species. Once unleashed, the scarabs will burrow themselves into the victim's head and interfere with their cerebral functions. They aren't always activated right away. In fact, one of their primary uses is to stay dormant for years at a time before receiving a signal from the scarab's commander to activate. On one hand, the victim could become a full-blown sleeper agent, or it might be a lot more subtle. The scarabs may just insert an idea here or there to slowly begin to manipulate the target into taking courses of action that will be beneficial to the Necrons. In more extreme examples, they can completely control the victim. It makes them into a puppet that can be turned into attacking their own comrades, surrendering important information, or even just killing themselves. Cranking up the control like this has its drawbacks, and can cause the tiny scarabs to overload after only a few minutes. Trazyn tends to not utilize them in this way. Most of the examples we have of him mind-shackling humans show that he only makes it so they can't attack him, choosing to instead engage in dialogue and striking a bargain. He'd rather make them into allies of convenience rather than just outright dominating their minds. Besides, he finds that his captives tend to fight back against—
Wait, what's this? This is the Silent King, right? Jesus, wait. I wish I could fucking zoom in even more. But the page won't let me. Okay, there we go. This is one of the Catan, no? Fucking hell, bro. Comes with so much shit. Look at this. Okay, this does look like a really cool fucking... Yeah, this does look awesome. Wait, so how much is this, though? Like, how much does this cost? £95. That is quite fucking pricey. I wonder if I can pick it up in South Africa. Sword and board. Oh shit, they actually have it. They actually have it, boys. Sword and board actually has it. 1,900 bucks though. That's whew, that's quite pricey. The next big model to be released is Angron. He looks pretty insane too. Fuck. Yeah, this does look absolutely insane. But 1,900, that's pricey as fuck. I don't know if I would pay that, but it's still cool.
His enemies just fine if he deploys them into an immediately dangerous situation. The second device that he uses is what is known as a Tesseract Labyrinth. They take the form of a small glowing cube, about the size of a human fist. But the reality is that they contain within them a pocket dimension, a prison with which the Necrons can store anything from a single person to an entire army. These are the devices that the Necrons use to store intact Catan shards, which are incredibly powerful when deployed into battle. Wherever Trazyn goes, he brings an entire collection of these things with him, each one containing a different monster or regiment of soldiers. So at any given time, he's basically walking around with an entire army that he can deploy out of nowhere. This is why everybody jokes that he's the ultimate Pokemon master. Even though he's incredibly powerful, Trazyn does have his weaknesses. He tends to get hyperfixated on things he finds interesting, and as somebody with the ADHD, I can totally relate to that. When this happens, his circumspection protocols tend to be diminished. And when it comes to warp sorcery in particular, it is said that he is like a deaf man at the dinner table, able to make out words through dampened sounds and lip reading, but not able to even notice the voices of any participants he's not directly focused on. As I mentioned before, he's not really a warrior at heart. He's a man of science and history, but you wouldn't exactly know that by watching him fight. There's a pretty great example of this in The Infinite and the Divine, where at one point Trazyn and Orking come face to face and end up locked in combat. Both participants move so quickly that their bodies appear as metallic blurs that are impossible for unaugmented human eyes to track. Their machine minds processing information at lightning speed. Orokin is able to glimpse into the future and examines a million different possible destinies to determine the specific microsecond he needs to swing to deliver a killing blow. While simultaneously, Trozen's mind will jump to a new body the second Orokin's blade impacts him. And in the exact same second, the new surrogate body is already charging back into his foe, a blow aimed at his head. This battle seems absolutely insane, but the narrator of the story takes a second to remind us of something very important. He basically says, listen, what you're hearing described is definitely remarkable. The fight of the millennia. Two superhuman individuals buffed to obscene levels by ancient technology and techno-sorcery. But bear in mind that if this had been the time of flesh, this battle would be an unbelievable embarrassment. We as the audience are basically watching two metallic gods clash with one another, but the narrator is here to remind us that the reality of this situation is it's basically just two angry old men hitting each other with their canes.
But frankly, I don't give a damn. And I'll tell you this, only one of us is gonna walk out of here alive.
Bring it on!
I fucking love this book so much. I also really don't want to spoil it for you, so if you like Trozen, if you like the Necrons, definitely check it out. Like with most Necron characters, their individual histories during the times of flesh are mostly lost to time. We're only ever given brief glimpses into who they used to be through fractured and distorted memory code. It's pretty common for Necrons to wake up with their minds in complete shambles, some being so far gone that they can't awaken at all. So that being said, most of these glimpses we get into their past are not inherently trustworthy. Trozen ruminates on the fact that he can't remember what he used to look like. Every now and then his mechanical mind reconstructs an image, or at least what he believes to be an image, for about a microsecond. These are images of things he saw during those times, looking down at his curved fingers around a stylist, or dark pupils staring back at him from a burnished mirror. As soon as his mind tries to focus on it, it's gone. The memories of the war in heaven, though, are a bit clearer. He remembers the titanic clashes, armies of metal marching with dire purpose into the fracturing lines of the reptilian Old Ones. We know that in life he was the Archaeovist of the Nihilik dynasty.
Wait,
and was
reptilian Old Ones? No one ever told me this. That's not how I pictured the Old Ones at all, as reptilian.
Prominent member in their courts. Even all the way back then, he had a deep-seated rivalry with Orokin. One, a master historian who sought to learn the secrets of the past, and the other, a chronomancer who sought to divine the future. They were polar opposites and contentious rivals.
That's not how I imagined them. When I think of Old Ones, I thought of almost eldritch beings. You know, like very large eldritch-esque kind of beings. I did not expect them to be fucking frogs or some shit. Like Lizardmen from fantasy. They're toads, not frogs, guys. What's the fucking difference?
Now, we're not given an exact time frame on when exactly he emerged from stasis. The original theory that was popular amongst Necron fans was that after the war in heaven, Trozen simply never went to sleep. But in the Infinite and the Divine, it tells us that he simply woke up earlier, operating Solomons alone at first, and then with a skeleton crew of cryptex that he had forced out of stasis one by one. At one point, Trozen claimed that he had been active around the time of the Great Crusade, which would place his time of awakening at least 12,000 years ago. Now, he certainly could be lying about this fact, but considering that he has numerous relics from around this time period, it would lead credence to his claim, meaning that my man has been lurking in the shadows off-screen, snatching up relics and peoples he finds interesting, for a very long time. Now, most recently, 40k's Mad Collector actually assisted the Imperium in defending Cadia against the 13th Black Crusade.
Yeah, that I saw.
Sorta.
In the 41st millennium, Trazyn's expeditions take him all the way across the galaxy, and have seen him take part in many of 40K's most important events. For example, Trazyn was one of the first to know of the coming 13th Black Crusade. This was due to one of the artifacts in his gallery, the Bell of St. Cristal, suddenly ringing out of nowhere after having laid silent for millennia, each and every toll sending out waves of crippling destruction through his exhibits. After the 13th chime, it suddenly fell silent, and Trazyn pondered what it could all mean, and what he should do with the relic, because he feared that it may go off again in the future without warning. And also possibly to vent a little bit of his frustration, Trazyn took the bell and hurled it into the webway, where he hoped it would annoy the Eldar as much as it had him. He's kinda petty like that. Determined to find answers, Trazyn would journey to the crown world of the Oroscar dynasty, Thanatos, home of the Celestial Orrery, a holographic map of the entire galaxy, and one of the most powerful artifacts in existence. These guys weren't too happy to see him, as Trazyn's pursuit of ancient relics is not just limited to non-Necron factions. Apparently they struck a deal, because he was permitted audience with the Orrery. When he viewed the galaxy represented in holographic form, he noticed a crimson-red reflection growing underneath it. He managed to track the source of the corruption to the Eye of Terror, and a world he had never personally ventured to known as Cadia. He didn't really see much value to this place, but figured on one hand he may be able to go there and play the role of its savior, and on the other, if he got bored, there might be some fun trinkets for him to collect. He eventually made his way to the planet and ended up meeting with Belisarius Cawl, who was attempting to understand the nexus of Blackstone beneath Cadia. When Trazyn appeared before him, Cawl almost cut him down on sight. He was a Xenos abomination, a living machine that was blasphemous to the Omnissiah. Trazyn informed him that if he killed him, he would just awaken somewhere else, so it didn't really matter. But he may be able to help him understand the Matrix. Chaos destroying the galaxy, and more importantly, all of its artifacts, was definitely something that would interfere with his ultimate goals. It was an uneasy partnership to say the least. Cawl expected Trazyn to stab him in the back as soon as he had the opportunity, and if he was being honest with himself, Trazyn didn't exactly know whether or not he would do that himself. He mostly came here out of curiosity and boredom. Under Trazyn's instructions, Cawl interfaced with the Nexus, trying to get it to activate, while Trazyn ended up holding off against the Despoiler and his legion of Chaos Space Marines. He did this by deploying one of the Tesseract Bolts, which contained an entire army of Imperial warriors, each one plucked from across time. There were Space Marines that, from their perspective only mere moments ago, were in the middle of the Horus Heresy, while some of the Guard regiments and Dreadnoughts had only been added to the collection within recent years. There was a lone Custodian warrior and an entire regiment of the Vostroyan Firstborn. Apparently, even the famous Inquisitor Katarina Greyfax had been in his collection as well. Needless to say, many of these warriors were incredibly confused by the sudden change of scenery, and many more were suffering the effects of stasis sickness. But when you awaken to the sound of bolter fire and charging Chaos Space Marines, the Imperium tends to reorganize and snap into battle formations pretty quickly. It was around this point that Trazyn decided that the hero life wasn't exactly his thing, so he left the fighting to the surprise reinforcements. So what did Trazyn do during the rest of his stay on the war-torn planet of Cadia? Did he present himself as a savior figure to the other Imperial fighters? Was he instrumental in pushing back chaos? Did he even make an attempt to save this world? Nah, he saw the writing on the wall, that the battle was lost and he had grown bored of being a hero anyways. So he lurked in the shadows, looking for some kind of prize to take home with him. There were so many choices, so much history was being written this day, and he only had one empty Tesseract labyrinth with him. His prize would eventually come in the form of Castellan Creed, the supreme commander of Cadia's military forces, who had decided to stay behind and die with dignity. Determined to make one last effort and take a few traitors down with him, Trazyn found him bleeding out in the swirling dust and told him this need not be your end. Eternity awaits, before trapping him in the labyrinth. He then teleported back to his world with his prize in tow. Trazyn wasn't really sure if he was a hero or a thief, even though he had been called the latter hundreds of times in the past. In the act of liberating the Supreme Commander and technically saving his life, he had somehow found a way to be both. The fact that Cadia was ultimately destroyed, and the Eye of Terror would end up spreading its influence across the galaxy, to him was little more than an unnecessary footnote on a great story.
It's really no surprise that Trazyn is such a beloved character. He's hilarious, compelling, super mysterious, and his stories cover a pretty wide range of emotions. We love laughing at his crazy antics and general dickishness that tends to run in stark contrast to the super serious tone of 40K. But there's also a deep sadness with Trazyn. For the most part, he's completely alone, a being out of time, who's driven forward only by his mission. It's crazy to think that before 5th edition 40k, the Necrons really didn't have a personality other than kill all humans. And the even crazier thing is that we owe his creation
Sounds about
to
right.
one of the most contentious literary figures in all of Warhammer. I'm talking about Matt Ward, the author of the Necron's 5th edition Codex. Now, I'm not gonna do a whole thing on him here because honestly, that's a video in its own right. But if you're not familiar with him, just know that he made a lot of changes to the lore that old school Warhammer fans absolutely hated. And whether right or wrong, they tend to blame him for pretty much all of 40k's problems. Now, I would never dare to attempt to speak for the entire community.
Wait, is that true? Did he really fuck up the story that much?
So I can only speak for myself here. But Mr. Ward, if you're watching this video, I just want you to know that I forgive you for all of the Ultramarines and Grey Knights nonsense. What you did with the Necrons, and specifically Trazyn, is kind of remarkable. So thank you for giving us such an awesome character. But what do you guys think? Is Trazyn the best character in all of 40k?
That's the guy you
or
guys
is there
were telling
somebody
me
that
about.
you think is a lot cooler? What's an underrated character that you think I should make a video on? And what do you think about that whole Fulgrim thing? Do you think we're actually gonna get a loyalist Fulgrim? Or do you think that plotline is kind of dead in the water? Thanks to everybody who watched this video all the way through. It really helps my channel out and it means the world to me. And if you like content like this, go ahead and like and subscribe. And hit the bell if you want to be notified when I post another video. Big thank you to all my patrons that support my channel and make all of this possible. And with all that out of the way, I'll catch y'all in the next one.
You guys seem to, like, think that that's a bad thing somehow. That the Ultramarines have plot armor. The Ultramarines are cool as shit, bro. Seen the timeline video? I don't know. Is it on the Reddit? But this is a really cool video. This will get an upvote from me. And an approve. This is a really cool video. And a Vine video? Don't know. Don't know. We probably should play a little bit of Dragonflight because we don't have like super much time left before my power goes out again. So it might be worth us playing a little bit of games before we watch videos. Like, I actually wanted to edit the videos that we've already watched, but I'll do that in the little bit of time I have this afternoon. Once my power comes back on, I'll edit some videos. Arkiel, how you doing, bro? Warhammer is good. And yeah, Warhammer is amazing, but I still want to fucking reach max level on WoW. Like, I can like both things, no? Hey, I can like many things at the same time and be happy with it. Is that still true though, Apocalypse? Because apparently that guy's no longer there. You know, apparently Matt Ward is no longer writing them with that plot armor. But I have to say, it feels like the Ultramarines are losing quite a lot in the Dark Imperium. Jesus, what the fuck's going on? And the Dark Imperium is finally balanced. Well, you say finally as if that's a good thing. I don't want to lose to the fucking Chaos guys. I'm gonna have to go into this, aren't I? No. It is over here.
I'll reinforce the wards around the tower and keep Razageth busy.
I'll join you once I deal with these proto-dragons and the swath of elemental magic barraging me from the ground. I stand with you.
This is worse than I could have expected. There's no time to lose.
All will be well.
Khadgar and I are doing our best to hold off the Primalists in the sky, but we can't push further towards the tower. We need you to weaken their ground forces so we can get closer to Razageth and stop her before it's too late. Make your way through the Primalists ahead. If I can maintain my concentration, there'll be another mirror image waiting.
Observe and
Let's hear what Khadgar has to say here. The Primalists have torn apart the mountain to send their forces streaming to Vakthros. I spied some lava orbs in the initial corridor that they're using to spread more of their elemental chaos. Destroy them to help slow their advance. I'll do what I can from up here to help Caligos.
Sir Azeroth.
Caligos and I are under heavy fire in the skies above the mountain. The Primalists are unrelenting and their army endless. Soon Caligos and I may be overrun by their forces, but I have a plan. At the base of the mountain is a disturbed orc named Reuven Stonegrinder. The Kirin Tor fought her numerous times. She holds a device that can absorb and redirect elemental energies. Take it from her. Then meet me further in.
Come back in one piece.
What kind of monster do you have to be to put the vigor above the dragon? What do you mean? It's fine where it is. I mean, why would I put it anywhere else? That's where it was from the beginning, and that's where it'll stay. Civilian studies, they are pretty much unbeaten, except for when an idiot didn't know what the Custodes was and wrote a story where the Space Marines smashed through their armor with just a power fist.
I am giving you one
Wait,
chance
who was
to
that?
stop this
I'm going to steal my
insanity.
favorite primarch of all time. Got ascended to becoming a demon prince. Yeah, I don't like the I don't like the chaos boys. I know many of you do, and that's fine. I don't.
You play with powers you do not understand.
Where the fuck is she? She's speaking, but I don't see her.
I am no stranger to putting down maddened dragons, Razageth. You will be nothing more than a footnote in our history.
There is only one side, the God Emperor of Humankind, Unholy Terror. Is that your final answer, though? Because right now, the God Emperor isn't powerful at all. Have you encountered Tuska Demon Killer yet? This is a good Orc Chaos story? I don't think so. Finally settled into the new place. Palistic, how you doing, brother? Glad to catch you online, even though it's an odd hour. Yeah, I can only apologize for the hour at the minute, ladies and gentlemen. This is the only hour I have available. So right now, it's stupid streaming hours until I can get my battery set up going. And then hopefully it will be less stupid hours from this moment forward. I like the theory that the Imperium is backed by a Chaos God of Pride. But no, it's not. Tonus, how dare you, sir? Are you saying that the Emperor is a Chaos God? That does not seem okay to me. That is a bit heresy. We may have to call the Inquisition on this one. $10,000 what, Arkill? Wait, did I miss any of those? No. These are the first orbs, right? There's also an amazing orc story where an orc went back in time and killed himself just so he could have 2 times his favorite weapon. Only the orcs could be could do that. Only the fucking orcs. Like, for anyone else trying that, if you killed yourself, wouldn't you, like, you would surely die, no? Like, if you went back in time and killed yourself. It's only an orc that could effectively survive that. Emperor being Chaos God of Pride would be awesome twist. No, it wouldn't. I don't agree with that. I don't like... No. I want the Emperor to just remain the Emperor. But I do think what would be cool, like what would be perfect, is if the Emperor got turned into, like eventually got turned into a Chaos Demon. That would be cool. Like, if humanity worshipped the Emperor so fucking hard that he just eventually became a Chaos God. Which I think is pretty much what they're doing right now. Wait, what's behind here? The Emperor would be the chaos embodiment of total order. Apparently there is demons of order. Well, there's demons for just about everything. So I can see that. Because it's not even... I don't know if... like, not all... From what I can tell, at least, not all chaos entities are demons. Maybe not a chaos god, but a warp god? Yeah, it's probably a better word for it, actually, Ballistic. That is probably a better word for it, actually, because, yeah, not all beings that is within the warp are of chaos. It's just that the chaos is also in the warp. Hear me out. Maybe there are only gods, not chaos gods. The Emperor's plan is to become one to fight fire. That's my speculation as well. That's my speculation as well. Like, I think the Emperor... I think the Emperor's plan from the beginning was this. To basically become... a chaos god so that he can kill, or a warp god so that he can kill the chaos gods. Anyways, am I the only person in this stream that hasn't finished the story yet? Lava burst. That should slow them down a bit. It seems I'm getting a bit rusty compared to the fight with the Burning Legion.
Come back in one.
The elemental focus should prove useful if you can recover it.
Keep your guard up.
This is it. Hold on to it. You'll need it for what's next.
For Azeroth.
Okay.
How can I help?
Good work. Some of their forces are diverting from above.
Together, we can
I'm afraid
achieve
it's becoming
anything.
harder to maintain my mirror images. The Primalists are focusing their efforts to tearing me out from the sky. Not to worry, I have a plan. I need you to take the orb you recovered and gather elemental magic from slain Primalists. We'll need that elemental power up ahead to divert their forces away from me. Use the elemental focus to drain elemental energy out of slain Primalists and elementals.
Keep safe. Their assaults are overwhelming. I cannot maintain the mirror images any longer.
Kaligos!
Oh, Theseus, is your company closing today? Nice, on the 14th, 2 days earlier than most. I like it. Abaddon, I can respect that. When the Primalists attacked our expedition, I feared many of our mages were lost to us. It seems they were taken by the Primalists and are being tortured as we speak. Please, you must rescue the mages left here. They may not be able to help in this fight, but we cannot leave them behind.
Be vigilant, friend.
I mean, they could help in this fight. They, you know... If they understood what was at stake, they probably would help. So would that mean if the Emperor was a warp god, that Chaos Undivided would also follow him as they just follow the general concept of chaos? I don't think so. I mean, he would still not be a chaos god. You know, he would be a warp god, and if I'm listening to, like, the book, it seems like his children really fucking despise him. Like, they really do not like him. So, I've only, so far, I've only read, so far, I've only read the first of the Dark Imperium, and I'm busy with the second of the Dark Imperium.
This power is meant to be studied and harnessed, not feared. You would kill those who seek to use it for the greater good?
I will eradicate your
And where would these...
insignificant kind.
Oh, I see where this
And end
prison
your
is.
meddling with the unnatural.
Come on. Oh my god. Oh, this sucks a little. Was it though? Still a bit buggy? What, Darktide? Yeah, I still really want to play Darktide. I have to find some time to play it because it looks so fucking good. It looks like such a cool story as well. Although right now we have so many fucking games that needs playing. Oh, fuck me. Wait, what? But I prefer, but I would prefer it has a lot more story or campaign at least. Won't they work on campaign like for the DLCs? There'll probably be more campaign even in the DLCs, I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the campaign is only gonna... Like, they'll only do more campaign in some of the DLCs. I just wish that the game makers would stop only doing like either like a lot of them do Nurgle for some reason. I don't know why so many of them decide to do Nurgle instead of any of the other like Slanesh or Khorne or any of those. You know, but why not more Aldari or Necrons or something like that? It's usually either Orcs or just Chaos and Nurgle more specifically. Arkill, fuck Nurgle, bro. The people that choose Nurgle, just, it's disgusting. From what I can see, you're gonna love the Rogue Trader 40k game instead of Darktide. There is a shit ton of lore, even in the little snippets of gameplay alpha they released. Oh yeah, I mean, it's a CRPG. If you fail at telling a good story in a CRPG, you didn't try. Oh, this is gonna fucking hurt. You don't like Slanesh? Why not, Arkill? I should not have done that. I should have had my other portal here, but never mind. Fat Shark games are more about being immersed in the world rather than the lore, in my opinion. Fat Shark are those the guys that did the Darktide stuff? Wait, can I actually mount here? I can actually mount here. Would you fucking believe it? I feel like... Yeah, I'm definitely not done yet with this. Alright, I need one more mage. Found him. Can you think of another game showing you a hive city to that degree? I don't know. I haven't played that many games that have hive cities. Are you just talking about normal cities, or are you specifically asking about Warhammer? Because if you're just asking about normal cities, I'm going to tell you right now, the best city I've ever played in any game is Cyberpunk 2077.
Knowledge is
Primal power. That orb is brimming with power. That will be perfect for what's next.
Keep your guard.
You have my thanks. We cannot forsake anyone in this fight.
Come back in
The Primalists are using these massive orbs here to hold off Caligos. At this rate, Caligos will be too injured to continue the fight. If he falls, I won't be able to fend off Razageth. The empowered gem you hold should allow you to disguise yourself as an elemental to sneak ahead. Use the gem to destroy the orbs. That should give Caligos room to unleash his power. I will focus my attention on shielding the tower from Razageth.
Be vigilant, friend. I will focus my efforts on shielding the tower. As long as that stands, we have a chance to stop Razageth.
Okay, but then... How do I... Oh. Yo! Hey, boys! How you guys doing? Like, look at me, I'm just hanging out also. Like, chilling with you guys. You guys can just chill here, don't worry. I'm just hanging out. Okay, that scout can see me. That scout can see me. We could probably sneak around like this. I've not played Cyberpunk. I'll get that when I get the new GPU. Dude. Cyberpunk is absolutely fantastic. You should do yourself a favor and play it, especially now. They've sorted out all the bugs. The game is just phenomenal. Oh, oh, oh. Please don't turn. Please don't turn. Okay, never mind. Fuck. So how exactly am I supposed to do this? This is going to be a challenge. We may have to see if we can go like 100% around. This should work. Could we sneak in? A quick time. Easy. Okay. Now we have one more orb. There we go. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't get caught. Don't get caught. Don't get caught. Chill. 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 Just stand here and dance with this guy. Ooh. Dancing, bro. Look at me.
That did it. I can use my mirror images once more. Meet me within the nearby cavern.
Where am I going all the way out? Like, to that eye. Whatever the fuck that eye is. Oh, wait. I can actually move faster. Hide. Dude! I didn't know you could do that. Fuck. And then this is Ember Dash. Dash forward. Probably shouldn't try and dash through those guys, though. Ooh, shit. Do you think I can leave the disguise and just... Wait, how do I enter this place, though? What cavern is that? Where the fuck is the entrance to this cavern? Let me just leave the disguise and fucking fly. It won't be here. No. So the cavern in here.
Over here, I found an area to take cover for a moment.
Right. When you hit max level and get some gear, are you going to do a raid for the story on normal or just LFR like usual? Just LFR,
There's
probably. I don't think I'll do
everything.
normal. Depends. True indeed. Cyberpunk is a masterpiece. The anime is also adding so much depth in the lore and how you see the world. Anathema is so fucking true. So true. Thank you, Akalon. Now it's time to show the Primalists the true might of the aspect of the blue Dragonflight.
Fly true.
Let's see it. It's time, Akalon. The Primalist forces in the air are dwindling now that you've handled things on the ground. Razageth is calling in one of her lieutenants to reinforce the Primalist forces. Thanks to your efforts, I need you to handle this monster while I push forward to fight Razageth and help Khadgar. Look for my magic during your fight. I will do what I can to aid you. It is time for Razageth to face the fury of the aspect of magic. Dude, to see Caligos's growth since Dawn of the Aspects is phenomenal.
Fair skies and strong winds.
Hey, he used to not believe in himself. He used to believe that he's not even really the aspect. Like, he doesn't deserve to be the aspect.
Face the might of the aspect of
Jesus. Alright, man has no chill.
You and your pathetic flight.
Hey, she does a lot of damage with that one. Fuck. Okay, this is gonna hurt, I guess. Yeah, let's just heal a little, shall we? Ooh. Yeah, I'll just stand back a little. Let me just get my health back.
Seek sanctuary in my runes.
I don't need your runes, bro. I got this. I got this. Are you ready to see their awesome fight? Yeah, but the fight is in the raid, no? They're not gonna fight right now, are they?
Adventurer, you made it not a moment too soon. Razageth is draining the tower of its energy. The magic here is altered.
Good to see you, adventurer. Time is of the essence.
Astonishing.
Razageth is attempting to rip all the arcane magic out of the tower so she can destroy it. Caligos is doing what he can to hold her back, and I am using my magic to try to replenish the ley energy. I fear we will not last much longer. As we speak, more primalists make their way up here to overwhelm us. Take my modified arcane disc. Hold off the incoming primalists and let us hope for a miracle.
Don't let the magic dazzle you.
I'm ready, bro.
Your cause is hopeless. Soon this land will lie in ruins, just like your Dragonflight.
Where's the blue dragons?
Another mortal meddling with forces they do not comprehend. Die alongside your dragon masters.
We can really use the blue dragons now. Isn't Caligos the only blue dragon left? No. There's still plenty of blue dragons left. The problem isn't that there's not enough blue dragons. The problem is that most of them... so Caligos, when he became the aspect, or at least when they... when they made him the aspect, he never truly believed that he deserves to be the aspect. So, to his mind... he couldn't tell the other blue dragons what to do and what not to do. And so, whenever the blue dragons wanted to go search for other things, or wanted to look for power, or wanted to leave the Nexus, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What am I supposed to do? Storm funnel's dispelled. Okay, where the fuck is the storm funnel? Oh. Dude, I was not sure what the hell was just going on there. I should probably have checked the fucking the quest, right?
The shield won't last much longer.
So what do I do now? Primal's army's eliminated. Whoa, what? Oh, okay, that helps. Dude, okay, shit's getting real now.
I may not be able to destroy this tower, but I will have my prize.
Is there a video out yet for the vault? Which vault's that?
Weakling, you need a mortal to defend
So,
you.
Big D, I'll tell you in a second.
Abominations, both of you, and you will perish here, cold and alone. is not alone.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, boy. The blue dragons are back, boys.
You have failed, Aspect. You will soon learn that killing you would have been a mercy. Now you can watch your empire collapse alongside your false queen.
The blue dragons are back, boys. So, to answer your question, no, it's not about Kelly Ghost not wanting to be Aspect. At least not so much about Kelly Ghost not wanting to be Aspect. So there's definitely a chance that for Kelly Ghost, the idea of being Aspect is quite overwhelming. Okay, so there is a chance of that. But I think it's more a case of him not wanting to be Aspect is because of fear and not feeling deserving of it. This is why, you know, if you read Dawn of the Aspects, even if you look at some of the stuff that happened during Wrath and Cataclysm, Kelly Ghost never felt like he was allowed to dictate to the blue Dragonflight what they can and can't do. Okay, because remember, he wasn't born the Aspect. The original Aspect of the blue Dragonflight was Malygos. And Malygos was the true Aspect. So Kelly Ghost came along, was made the Aspect, but he always felt inferior to the other aspects. He never felt like he was the actual Aspect of the blue Dragonflight. More just, you know, sort of a token. He was placed there as a token, so that they could still claim that there was an Aspect. It's not like until this expansion that we finally see Caligos go through these growth moments of realizing that, no, I truly am the blue dragon Aspect. And if I don't take up that mantle, if I don't accept that, my dragons will die. My flight will die. It will be the end of my flight.
I'm glad you've
Razageth has fled. Vakthros is stabilized, and more blue dragons have arrived. I think we can rest for a moment now.
Good luck.
Oh, I'm level 70. GG me. The Azure span has stabilized for now, and more blue dragons have arrived just in time. It's time to return to the Azure archives and reclaim the Oathstone. I would request your presence there, Akalon. You've been a great boon throughout this ordeal.
Fair
I
skies,
can help,
and please, return to the Azure archives. Sindragosa is awaiting our return, and we should be able to reclaim the Oathstone.
Sindragosa. She has returned from the grave.
I'll explain on the way. Let's go.
Yeah, she's not quite back, but she's kind of back.
I thought I had seen it all in my old age.
I'm assuming this will just pump me up. Yeah. Well, that didn't do much. Was I supposed to speak to that? That thing? Oh, wait. Where? No. Go back. There's a thing here. Not here then. So where then? Just... Here we go. Dragonglyph, 440 yards away, near Vakthros range. Vakthros range. Where the hell is that? Again, how you doing, bro? Did I fly by it? Where? Oh, there we go. Never mind. I literally, yeah, okay. We have it. Dude, blind as a fucking bat. Thanks, chat. It's below you, it was left of you. And does it make sense? Like, Razagath could have easily destroyed all of those blue dragons if she really wanted to. Yeah, but it's sort of like that, you know, this is just how plot armor usually works. Not much you can do about that. It is what it is, you know? How many? Oh, I have 4 more. No, wait, what? Oh, I need 5. Fuck. Yo! Dude, I like Sindragosa. Now, Sindragosa is a hot one.
Well met, my young friend.
I'm ready to see the Oathstone reclaimed. The Azure Vault. We have a
appreciate
problem,
your aid.
Akalon. Beneath the Azure Archive rests the Azure Vault. In my life, I stored many important and dangerous magical curiosities in it. A large group of Sundered Flame have broken into the vault, convinced it holds some kind of secrets. Please, you must go in there and stop this brazen assault before they unleash the dangers they do not comprehend.
So
That's a
much
dungeon,
yet to
I'm
be done.
assuming. Alright, I'm ready to see the Oathstone be reclaimed. Let's see this.
Tell me, what have you learned, child of my flight? What is your oath?
We've been scattered for far too long. Isolated. But a dragonflight is more than an oath we make. We are a family. And it's time I brought my family home.
I do believe you are ready, Caligos.
The Oathstone is restored. Nice. This was a cool moment. You know, seeing the return of the blue dragons after everything that they had gone through. Realizing they're probably, like, I don't want to be distasteful here. But Caligos is going to have to go on a fucking, like, he's going to have some kind of orgy. Because, bro, the Dragonflight, the blue Dragonflight needs some kids. And they need them fast. So Caligos is going to have to fuck like a little rabbit to make more blue dragons.
You are a fascinating
The
one.
Blue Dragon Oathstone. The Oathstone is empowered once more. There is much to do, but the Azure Span is at least returning to what it once was.
Fair skies and strong winds to
Alright.
you.
There we go, sir. Gonna be the new evil? What makes you say that? Oh, the new Eve. Or Jaina. But isn't he already fucking Jaina? Yeah, that's the problem. He is already in a relationship with Jaina. So, who carries the eggs in that relationship? Because this has to be a problem for their relationship, no? Caligos needs to be with one of his own so he can make more dragon babies. Pat, how you doing, bro?
What flight do you hail from?
Well met, friend.
Thanks to you, we narrowly avoided a complete catastrophe. However, we should convene with the other aspects and share word of what happened. Pat, by the way, thanks for the bits, dude. Really appreciate that. Please meet me at the seat of the aspects within Valdrakken. I'm sure the others will have insight into what Razageth and her primalists are attempting. There is a crossing into Thaldras's north and a bit east of here. The flight is scenic, but do not take too long to getting there.
Together, I depart for Valdrakken shortly, hero. Don't wait for me. I'll be there when you arrive.
Alright, cool. No, there's definitely gonna have to be some intrigue here. With Jaina coming up to Caligos and saying, "Oh, Caligos, you did it. I knew you couldn't." Then Caligos going, "No, Jaina, please. Don't make this harder than it needs to be." And Jaina's like, "What?" And he's like, "Look, I have to do this for my flight. You see that really hot dragon over there? I have to fuck her over and over and over again to make lots and lots of eggs so that we can have babies. The blue Dragonflight needs me." And Jaina's like, "But no, my pussy was for you." And he's like, "No, you can't have eggs. Sorry." And then that's it. That's the sad moment. Beautiful cinematic, music playing, and everyone crying because how dare they? I want to go up again. Yeah, it is touching, isn't it? Jenna goes insane again and freezes everything. Freezes all of his sperm. I can see that. Big D, not really. It's not that it's illegal for like, it's not like dragons aren't allowed to crossbreed, but they really don't. It's just not something that they do. And it seems like this is something that even when they were proto-drakes, they didn't do. Yeah, even as proto-drakes, they almost never crossbred. They would stick to their own for the most part. Ethel Wolf, how you doing, brother? I'm loving it. Who knows, in World of Warcraft, she'll probably have scaly babies. I don't know if a human female can push out a dragon. They're not gonna lie. Even a dragon as a baby would probably be too big for a human female to push out. Ovain, how you doing? The thing is, it's a type of taboo, but kind of like what anal used to be. It's not like it's illegal to do anal, but it's frowned upon to the point where no one speaks about it. But for the dragons, it seems like it's almost like they just don't do it. As a general rule, they will not do it. Dying on birth beds, I'm writing. Dude, can you imagine a less fitting end for Jaina? I would be a little bit livid on that one. It gets turned down. No, but it is going to be a sad time for Jaina, I think. Dude, sometimes this shit is so fucking bugged, man. Because there's supposed to be a hole here that I can go through, no? Is it this? Wait, I saw...
Thank you for your videos on YouTube.
Oh shit,
Thanks
bro.
for that, I had something to listen to at work now and hyped to play Dragonflight. And wow, again, thank you a lot.
Paula Geners, thanks for the $5, dude. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm happy to be entertainment for you, fam. Okay, where's this thing? Hold gate. Isn't this where the fuck I am? Wait. Look out, Morin's Lane. Wait. What up, fam? Why am I killing him? For what quest is this? I feel like I did that wrong. Probably would have been fine if I didn't take that long to do it. I feel like dragon riding gave us a new standard for flying. Can't go back to old anymore. You'll be surprised at the amount of people that really do want to go back to the old one. Oh, shit. Yeah, I fucked that up entirely. There's so many people that are unhappy with how dragon riding is going. The thing I'm not too sure about is how many of those are just people complaining for the sake of complaining. And how many of those are actually, like, legitimate complaints? Because I do think there's a very large group of players that sort of, like, you know, they don't really like the challenge. They just want to mindlessly play, so to speak. It looks so good and feels so good to me. Dude, it feels amazing. It feels absolutely phenomenal. Surely it has to be somewhere here, no? Like, am I just not, like, paying attention? 170 yards away, somewhere near the South Hold Gate. That would be the fucking gate, no? This one would be the gate. Just fly around here and see. Let's taste the limits of this. Okay, it's definitely not here. Yeah, okay, so I was closer on this side. Is that it? Yep, there it is. There it is. Fuck no. Oh, for fuck's sake. Are you for real? Yeah, it doesn't show up when you're not on your dragon, which sucks. I thought it would still show up. I personally don't know why people are complaining about dragon riding. It is super fun. So if two dragons fuck in their visage form, what do we get? Still dragons. Like, they're still dragons. They're just doing it in their visage form. Although, would they want to fuck in their visage form, you think? Gathering herbs or minerals increases your vigor. Defeating an enemy increases your vigor recharge rate by 10% for 3 seconds. Your vigor is increased to 6. Throw the skies generates 1 vigor every 5 seconds. Alright, I'm almost fucking done with this. Portal to Orgrimmar. Okay. Is this the city? The main city or the main hub?
These are alarming tidings that you bring us. Ah, here is our champion.
They're not small. Oh shit, it's Tony. Look. Hey, Stony Tony, how you doing, brother? You doing good?
I have seen much. I know.
I'll accept this. What does he say if you annoy him?
I feel the waking of the Isles. I walk in the footsteps of Tyr. I keep the faith. Aspects be blessed. My watch continues. Order must be served. Why is it that every time I visit Valdrakken, someone calls me Tony and points out that my body is made of stone?
Bro! Bro! Alright, so can I just say, the first time I heard this, right, was literally the night that he was announced, like the night we saw that cinematic, and it was Apocalypse that literally wrote to me, going, oh my god, did you see Stony Tony? Apocalypse, is this you? Like, did Blizzard hear us calling him Stony Tony and decided that's what they're gonna call him? Yeah, I know exactly what you want to hear, Zach. You lustful little horny bastard. I know what you want to hear. It's disgusting, bro. It's what it is.
I will listen.
Oh, we have to
Safeguard
boost the sound. She's very fucking quiet. Although it's already fucking high, but...
Where there is life, there is hope. Holf Aldon Shi. Embrace hope. What is it you seek? All life is worth saving. Greetings. Do you think I have Big Mom energy?
Jesus. Oh my god. There it is. There it is.
The balance must be maintained.
Wait, let me just accept this. You think we'll get Mouth back? He is my fave char, because I've read War of the Ancients, and he was so dope there. Missed that Mouth. I don't think we'll get him back soon, but I do think we'll get him back eventually.
I'm glad you've come.
I understand that the Algathar Academy is open to the world once more. Long ago, I'm assuming this is supposed to say its sacred halls were only open to dragons, but in the years that have passed, the head teacher has seen the wisdom of welcoming any who wish to learn. She has asked for my recommendation on any promising new students. As a great ally to Dragonkind, and as a great ally to Dragonkind, and it would be an honor to have you attend our great academy. Dude, okay, someone at Blizzard needs to fix this shit. Is there a way for me to fucking make a suggestion? Where's that shit again? How can I suggest a fix? Because this is ridiculous. I don't want to open a ticket. I just want to submit a fucking... Because I can't do this. I don't think I know how to fucking do that, though. Ooh, nice. Cool.
There's magic in everything.
Right. We'll just go with it. Yeah, but they should have fixed that. Like, this should not be a thing that happens. Especially at this point.
Life is worth saving.
Centuries have passed since the flights last visited Tierhold. Nevertheless, we must travel there and investigate if the Mother Oathstone still functions. Come,
here is our
speak with
champion.
me at the seat of the aspects. We must learn about the dangers we may face at Tyr's former stronghold. Meet Alexstrasza at the seat of the
Fair
aspects.
skies
I'm already here.
and strong winds.
But okay. Welcome to Valdrakken, Akalon. Caligo says there is news about the Azure Span. Wait, I quickly want to see. Where's this?
The red Dragonflight will protect this world.
Yeah, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Sorry, chat, this is bothering me to the point where I just have to say something. Sorry, can't let this go. Because it is gonna fucking bother the living shit out of me. I'm just gonna tweet at them. I'll tweet at Ian and just get him to fucking fix this. Because it's ridiculous. She have big mama energy. Imagine if she said big mommy energy. I'd watch her, Dave. Okay, I'm so happy that people are enjoying WoW again. Aetherwolf. Dragonflight is fucking good. Dragonflight is fucking good. Isn't what Final Fantasy 14?
Greetings.
To Valdrakken. Welcome to Valdrakken, Aklon. Caligos says there is news about the Azure Span.
Treasure the gift.
Caligos would
you
not
have
speak
been
of what
given.
happened in the Azure Span till you arrived. Whatever he has to share gives me a terrible sense of foreboding, Aklon. Okay. Okay. I'm ready. So, about the Azure Span?
We secured the Azure archives. The Razageth storm remains enveloped around Vakthros Tower.
She seeks to free her kin, but their prison does not lie within the Azure Span. What else could she be after?
My vision remains clouded. The Primalists could already be moving in our midst, and I fear I would not see it. The city must be protected. Valdrakken is our people's home.
If the Primalists are here, we must find them and flush them out. They cannot be allowed to infiltrate our seat of power.
Okay, this is not good news. Stony Tony!
With the Oathstones of each flight renewed, I believe we can channel the essence of each into the Mother Oathstone and restore our aspectral powers. This sacred artifact and symbol of the unity of dragonkind lies within Tierhold. Koronos, what can you tell us of it? It has been many centuries
Man, she
since
should have
we
called him
last
Tony.
walked the halls of Tyr's stronghold.
When the Isles awakened, so too did the Guardians of Tierhold. While some have resumed their duties, others have taken to acting erratically. Should you go there, I cannot guarantee the greeting you will receive.
I understand. However, I have faith that with the help of our champion, we can overcome any danger.
Yeah, I can do this. Still look like open mouth chewing gum? Didn't they fix it?
Awaits.
Does it look that bad? It didn't look that ugly to me. How do I look homeless? Are you nuts? I look cool as shit, bro. What am I doing? You're flying away with my quest! Fuck! I'm coming. Give me my quest back. Jesus. Bro, does she know that she just flew away with my quest? The fuck am I supposed to do now? Oh my god. Wow. What a bitch. She spawned back, don't worry. I hope she spawns back. Because if she doesn't spawn back, I'm in a slight bit of trouble. How can I not? It's literally part of the main storyline, King Julian. There's no other quests for me to start. She's not coming back. You have to go to her. Yeah, where? I would gladly go to her. Where? The quest marker is right here. Hopefully it's a bug. Because at this point, I can't finish the storyline. She flew off in this direction, so fucking let's go see. Yeah, I don't know where the raid is, but I'm flying the direction that she flew. And hoping that fucking does something. Wait, there's something here. What is this? Travel to Tierhold. Okay, so this is where Tierhold is located. I'm assuming it's not here. What up, keeper boys? Don't attack me. Leave me alone. I'm just looking for stuff. Yeah, I don't think she's here, boys. I don't see her. Wait. Could have sworn I saw on the mini-map. Something, but yeah, it doesn't seem like I don't see her. Do you guys see her? Ooh, she's angry. Oh, you'll catch me, and then what will I do? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Peace. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck she is. Ah, wait, never mind. I was looking for a dragon. God, she should have told me she's gonna be in her visage form.
I will listen.
The space seems clear enough. For what?
Fair skies.
The Mother
and
Oathstone is an
strong
ancient
winds.
gift bestowed to our flight by the Titans. If what we have learned is true, I might be able to reactivate it, and in doing so restore our aspectral powers. Though we are unsure the outcome, If this has the slightest chance of working, I must attempt it. Akalon, I would appreciate if you would join me in this.
Safeguard. Our final task is upon us.
I'm with you.
Please join me once more.
Yeah, I'm ready to begin. Let's do this.
I owe you my thanks. You have helped the Dragonflights remember our calling. With the Oath Stones renewed, we can finally reclaim our aspectral power.
This is not how they're gonna get it back. Yep.
Nothing? But the Oath Stones were renewed. How is this possible?
It seems your titans have abandoned you.
Razagath! What have you done?
You proved yourself unworthy, all on your own, Queen of the Dragons. Now, it is our time. The age of the Incarnates has come.
She's going to release them. No!
Oh shit, there she goes. And what about me? Oh, I'm fighting. I'm not fighting any. Well, no, I am fighting. Yo, boys, let's go. I mean, her tiny arms make sense. She's a proto-drake. I'm not moving. I'm not fucking moving. Stop doing that. That hurts.
Your doom arises.
Ooh. Wow, you almost caught me. Oh, what's this? Fuck. Don't let that fall. Thank you. Dude, what am I supposed to do? Will she land eventually, or? Yeah. Alright. Welcome back. How are they that powerful if Omazako is kicking their ass? Well, this is a small one, right?
How could my strength fail?
Because I'm strong.
Champion, I am glad to see you safe. My vision only showed me of the peril you were in. I came as soon as I could.
They're sucking each other off? Wait, who's sucking who off? Did you either just ask for a high five? Jesus. You guys do realize that they're proto-dragons, right? So they're obviously, like, that's how proto-drakes have always looked. Why is that such an issue for you guys now?
All that matters is
But no, as I said during the previous, like, when we watched this cinematic the first time of Alexstrasza, basically failing to make them aspects, they're gonna need all of them, which means that the Black Dragonflight needs to sort out their shit. Until such time that the Black Dragonflight have an aspect chosen, and the Dragonflights come together as a whole, they're not going to be able to restore their powers as aspects.
Be mindful of which
We've come so
threads you
close
pull
to
on.
recovering our powers. Should Razagath succeed before our powers return, time weighs bane to a dark future for all of Azeroth. We must not allow this to occur, Aklon. Hurry. You must find and aid Alexstrasza before all is lost.
Focus on the now.
But where the fuck does the main storyline continue? Is this the main storyline? Message most dire. No. Information delivered. So I have to go back to the seat of the aspects. No. Yes. If she's not there right now, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. Come on, tell me you're here. Yes! Oh, wait. Your Drake sense is not collected. Yeah, moving away from it. So this way. Is this way moving closer to it? No? Wait, where would this be? It says somewhere high in Valdrakken. Somewhere high. Up on the fucking roof, of course. Get there! Fuck. Wow. No, God, no. Jesus. Man, my dragon does not turn very quickly. Alright.
Embrace hope.
I should know this, but why did the dragons need to earn the respect of the Centaur people? I just remember being told I had to give a gift to them when I took my 5th alt into the plains. Tenacious J, how you doing? Well, you have to remember, these Centaur haven't seen dragons in thousands of years. The Centaur are not immortal. So for these Centaurs specifically, they have no idea really about the sort of the role that the dragons play. Not only that, but I don't necessarily think that it's about respect so much as it is about helping out. I think Rathian personally will become the Black Dragon flight aspect because he is in the key art and the other aspect. So why else would they do that? Because they can. I mean, King Julian. I mean, it's not as if the fucking splash screen is the be all and end all. Razagath. She is attempting to find them. This is profoundly disturbing news. We do not know where her primalists will be next. Our city must be protected from her chaos.
Allow me to introduce you to Captain Drine. She oversees security here in Valdrakken.
The Scalesworn of Valdrakken, stand ready.
So,
I bring order.
Nowhere to hide.
Valdrakken stands strong.
Welcome to Valdrakken, Orc. The climate in the city has been a bit warm of late, and I do not mean the weather. The primalists are skulking about, fomenting dissent among the citizens of our city. Our foes are crafty. They have been disguising themselves as citizens of our city to hide from the Scalesworn. They know how to avoid my gods, but will not suspect an outsider. Take this Dragon's Eye gem. It should help you see through their disguises. Go reveal and kill these infiltrators. I'm back at Rathian. He failed the most and tried the most. He's our boy. The only reason I would back Rathian, but also very reluctantly, but the only reason I would is because I believe Rathian... I believe there's something wrong with Sibelian. I don't know what, but I don't think Sibelian is fully free of the old god.
Report back.
Of the old god corruption. The primalists have been spewing their propaganda among the citizens of Valdrakken. Our enemies are too wily to say anything in the presence of my Scalesworn, but perhaps you might be able to get close enough to eavesdrop on their conversations and see if there is anything of value to learn. I have marked locations on your map for further investigation. Take this enchanted stone. As long as you have it on hand, we will be able to communicate. Are you ready?
Be safe.
Yeah, I can do this for you. Bloodstones of Deathwing, right? Yes. Although so is Ebonhorn, or Abyssian, depending on whatever name you want to use for him. But they're all sons of Deathwing. Am I supposed to, like, is it inside this building, or?
Everyone comes to the roasted ram eventually. Grab a drink to blend in, but keep your wits about you.
Investigated. Let's see.
Greetings, brother. Any news?
A delay, unfortunately. They are still looking for it at Southhold Gate.
Still? Should they not have found it by now?
I am sure everything will be handled by the time our benefactor is ready. He will make sure of it.
Careful. We speak too casually. There are unfamiliar faces about.
Okay, so something about Southhold Gate. What is this? Archival assistance. The crisp, clean lettering written with an elegant touch fades quickly into the parchment's wet, smudged ink and a smell reminiscent of spilled, fermented beverage. Adventure seeker, archival enthusiast. The archives call to those who seek answers, yearn to discover, and those who wish to reveal secrets of the past and perhaps the future. This request is not for the faint of heart, nor those of wavering will. Only curious and brave adventurers need apply. I can do that. I'll pick up these quests later. His heritage is actually as yet unconfirmed. He says he is part of Deathwing's brood, and next year was his auntie. Yeah, the clutch we see for what the hell is this? The clutch we see him come from is, well, they claim that it is one of Deathwing's clutches, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Wow, there's portals to literally everywhere here. This is quite nice. Oh, would you look at this? You look like you've been found out. Halt! I see through your disguise. Civilian would cast Abyssian out. With him being the only one open to criticism, he would most likely back him. Personally, I would be a fan of Abyssian, because I think Abyssian is the only one that isn't plagued with the same bullshit as the same bullshit as Deathwing, the arrogance and shit that Deathwing had. Also, Rathian is not pure Blackflight. Well, he claims he is. Sibelian, on the other hand, I don't think agrees, but you know. How would we know? Alright, we need to look for more of these guys. If you go to the inn in the major city and now to the dragon statue, it takes you to a secret room where there is a dance club and a fight club. There is an innkeep as well. Wait, like an actual dance club, or just looks like a dance club and a fight club? I see you. I see you.
The Isles welcome you.
Dude, imagine if they, like, if there was, like, an actual fight club and dance club. That would be really cool. Second Egg, how you doing, brother? Rain Abyssium was blazed by Aparu, who is assumed to be Malone, so none of them are truly pure dragon. Maybe, but aren't we sort of nitpicking quite a lot there?
Many people come here for commerce. Find a place to blend in with the merchants and keep your ears open.
Okay, I'll do that. Consortium ledger. Let me just blend in, shall I?
Did you hear?
Yeah, what?
A drake tells me that the Trueborn are on the move. Something important is about to happen.
Truly?
I do not know the details, but he is close to finding it. Soon he will have the power to put the flights in their place, as they deserve.
Scouts won't hear you speak like that. Shit. Very bad dragons, yes. And not the good kind either.
My goods are crafted with great care.
Why does this guy look so weird? Halt, you fucking asshole. The jig is up. Get off you. You're not... Oh, shit. Of course. Why would it be? The game is never complete without a bunch of small people fucking standing on each other's heads. Fucking goblin assholes. Okay, that's 6. We're done. Are we done, though? I think we're done. Bank investigated. Okay, so let's... This is actually...
the Primalists come to bank vaults.
Not gonna lie, this is a really nice way
still overhear something useful.
of introducing
like you are inspecting one of the
players to the city. Instead of just giving the player a quest to go there, go there, go there, go there, you make it part of the story. And this shows them where the banks are, where the trade districts are, where the inn is. Really nice. You put them in place, not she. Yeah. I think the he they might be referring to is, what's his name? The, Grim Totem? That might be the one they're referring to.
My apologies. There is nothing here awaiting you.
What do you mean? Commander Aranog said it would be here.
I have not seen him. Come to think of it, I have not seen anyone from Southhold come by today. Very strange.
So something's definitely happening at Southhold. Something bad, boys. Something bad. We have to put an end to this.
Glory to all flights. Follow the law of the dragons.
I got a lot less gold this time around from questing. I think in Shadowlands I got something like 17k. This time I got like 12k maybe?
Valdrakken is under my protection.
Good. Let this serve as a notice that the Primalists will never be welcome in Valdrakken.
Glory to
So,
Valdrakken.
the Primalists are up to something in the south, and soldiers have not been arriving from Southhold Garrison. This does not sound good, Akalon. That does not sound good at all.
Go swiftly.
Based on your discoveries, I suspect the Primalists are attacking Commander Erong's garrison at Southhold. But my Scalesworn cannot leave this city, as that would be exactly what the Primalists are hoping for. I need your help again, Akalon. Travel to Southhold, see what kind of forces we are facing, and if possible, make contact with the garrison guardians there.
Valdrakken stands strong.
But yeah, if you click and bow to the statue, it takes you to that room. Okay, wait, what statue? Tenacious. You're talking about going to the inn. If I can remember where the fucking inn was. Where was the inn again? Was it this one? This was the inn, right? This was the inn. So what statue are you referring to? Upstairs or... Oh, that one. Odd statue. Okay, so now we bow. Oh, shit. So what is this? What are you guys up to? Let me browse your goods. Is this it? Seems like this is it. I wonder if there's gonna be something here eventually. Or... is this just meant as a, like, cool little place that you can discover? Dawn's fighting. Oh shit. You come out on this side, you go in on that side. Interesting. The Ruby Feast. What's this? Come one, come all, a wondrous feast is happening in the Ruby Quarter of Valdrakken. Each day, revered chefs, Rumia Straza and Morsel will tantalize your palates with a variety of new and exciting foods from across the Isles and Azeroth. Come down and experience the glorious flavor of life itself. Yeah, maybe it's going to be one of those things that eventually it will have, like, a number of reasons for you to want to be there. Like, that could be really cool. Okay, let's go to the south, boys. There's so many fucking little hubs everywhere. Like, these little places to discover all over the place. Like, do you have any idea how many questing hubs I have left that I still have to do? It's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Come to finish me up, primalist scum.
Calm yourself, bro.
What? Commander Eranog? Who are you?
Very flavor of life itself. Just biscuits? Yeah, I mean, depends though. Who made the biscuits? If it was Alex Straza, you'd probably have some. Apocalypse. And don't fucking say you won't.
I am thankful for your
You have my
arrival.
thanks and my apologies, stranger. In the heat of battle, it is difficult to distinguish a friend from a foe, and there are plenty of foes around.
We must press on.
Vengeance served hot. The Primalists caught us completely unawares. My fellow Guardians were ripped apart by these monsters. I would have joined them in death if you had not shown up when you did. Off in the distance, I can still hear the sounds of battle. Perhaps others still live. Maybe even Commander Eranog. Lend me your aid. I need you to cause a distraction so that I can sneak to get to a position closer in. Killing a few of these so-called magma sworn would be perfect.
Report back. The Primalists must be purged.
The Primalist attack came suddenly and with no warning. My unit attempted to find our leader, Commander Eranog, but before we could get to the other side of the garrison, we were cut off. In the battle, my unit leader, Sergeant Tagric, held off 3 Primalists by himself, as Korra, Mikor, and myself battled at his side. Their screams are the last thing I remember before I fell. Please, Orc, if you see any signs of my unit, let me know what happened to them.
I will make my way to the bridge in the middle of the garrison. Meet me there when you are done.
I will do that for you, sir. You can find old god secrets underwater. There are tentacles and piles of coins. What water? Nocturnal, how you doing, bro? Ooh, I may actually have bitten off more than I can fucking chew. Yeah, I definitely bit off more than I can chew here. Oh my Jesus, yeah, I'm dying. Fuck. Fuck! Okay, they do a lot more damage than I thought. Let's not do that again, shall we? Let's not pull that many again. Also, I don't know why my demon didn't taunt there. Should have taunted, bro. Any expect, but do you have any fun theories yet? Tenacious, I mean, I always have theories, but not yet sure, like, what those theories will be. Let me just finish the storyline first, and then I'd be happy to engage in more theories. Remember that? Dude, usually I should be able to fucking do this. Like, it's a little annoying that I can't. Yeah, they do a shit ton of damage to my demon. But yeah, I mean, I've already shared some of my theories about the story. Suck a dick. Let's see if I can at least get this guy down before that fear runs off, although there's a good chance I should be able to do at least enough damage to... Yeah, no, he'll be down. Oh shit, Dreneman, with the 16 months part of the Degeneration. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're far too kind, sir. The body. This Dragon King is covered with burn marks from the spells of the Primalists. Based upon Velimor's description, this must be Korra. Right. Sad time. Sad. Very sad. Fuck, okay. Please don't pull all 4 of them. Like, this is gonna be miserable. Yep, okay, so I've just pulled... I'm pulling 6 again. I don't think I can do 6. I don't think I can do 6. This is gonna be so fucking bad, bro. Yeah, almost definitely not going to be able to fucking survive this. Yeah, Jesus! Fuck. I don't mind. Drain Life would do shit there. You get interrupted and then pushed back, so you don't heal much. I did Drain Life. Doesn't do much if you're getting hit in the fucking face because my demon goes, nope. Don't think I'll taunt these. Good luck. It's always great when your demon goes, good luck to you, fam. Alright, now, can these guys come back so I can actually fucking pull them? I don't mind the fact that the world is a little bit more dangerous, but I have a feeling that it's only a little bit more dangerous because I have shit fucking gear. I should probably get some of my fucking gear replaced now, since I have this. Dude, I'm looking forward to exploring the game again, which, you know, obviously I haven't been in this excited for World of Warcraft in a really long fucking time. Oh my god, here we go again. Item level is like 3010 maybe? Not even. There you go. Yeah, 3010. Oh, 310. Not 310. What the fuck am I talking about? Ooh. Of course, I should have moved. Shot, just farm seed. No. That would be a very bad idea. Tenacious J. So you don't really spam Malefic Rupture because of the damage that it does. The damage that it does is fairly unimportant. You want to spam Malefic Rupture. Like I'll explain in a minute. Let me just finish this because they're gonna fucking respawn. Demon, get on it. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Ooh. Alright, so when you do Malefic Rupture, you get this. It's called Malefic Affliction. And it increases your unstable affliction by like 39%. So that's why you want to do Malefic Rupture at least 3 times on a target to increase the damage of your unstable affliction. You turn the body over and see many deep wounds with burnt edges. They are likely caused by molten weapons wielded by the Paraminus. Based upon the heavy armor, the Valimir description is based on Sergeant Tagric. Okay, so he's made his aim as well. But yeah, just purely based on the damage, I would agree with you. There's no point in... See there. Charles, how you doing, bro? Yeah, I'm loving it. I really don't have many complaints about the game at the minute. I think all of the complaints that I used to have in Shadowlands have been taken care of. The game's just fun, and I don't feel like I'm being forced into anything. I mean, due to my power situation, I've not been able to play as much as I would have liked. So, you know, I'm not even max level yet. But unlike in previous expansions, it doesn't feel like I need to rush in order to get there. The only reason I want to rush is so that I can see the final bits of the story and then get into the post-story. You know, after the leveling, all of the story that's yet to unlock so that I can start speculating and make speculation videos. But as far as, I don't feel like I'm falling behind or, you know, that things are going to get weird or anything like that. So in that sense, it's really cool.
What is
no,
going
no worries.
on?
The next day, don't even fucking. Why would you apologize? I mean, you didn't say anything fucking weird.
The Primalists must be purged.
Warlock, those monsters deserve every bit of pain you gave them twice over. Okay.
Report back.
This pains me to hear, but I understand. Thank you, Warlock.
My best people.
So many of my comrades have
lost.
fallen. Please collect their identifying signets so that their
press
names may
forward
not
and
be
see if
forgotten.
Commander Aeronog has survived. Gather any supplies you can find. We will need all the help we can get.
The spear appears to be in good shape, given the condition of its former owner. Guardian Velimir mentioned to keep an eye out for useful materials. Perhaps a few more of these spears can be obtained from the magma swarm. Why not? Fire will be purged by fire. By fire be cleansed. We're all no power Andes. Yep. I mean, that's just part of life. If you live in South Africa, you have no electricity and you just have to accept it. Especially since the government thinks it's okay for us not to have electricity until 2027. Which is the wildest thing I've ever heard in my life, dude. The government just casually going, yeah, we should be able to solve the electricity problems by 2027. It's like, oh, so we'll have load shedding until 2027. 2027. This does not seem like a big problem at all, you know? Especially considering that the economy is losing about 3 billion rand a day. But never mind that. You done any of the side quests here? Because the side stories here are really good. I've done some of them, but not all of them, no. I've just been doing the main quests for now, trying to at least get done. I'll do side quests once I've hit max level. This coil of heavy rope seems to be in good condition. Okay, I'll take the heavy rope as well. If you ever want to group up for anything, let us know, Echo. Oh, Red, you don't have to worry about that. I will be the first person to scream at the top of my lungs. I mean, there's a couple of dungeons that as soon as I've only done one of the dungeons. So far. So I'm almost definitely gonna have to do all of this again. Fuck me, this thing hits like a fucking truck. Let's just kill it instead of trying to worry about the demon. Let's come back. What's 2027? The government says that they'll be able to fix load shedding by 2027. Yeah, we'll do It is actually nice that we can finally do Alliance or Horde. It doesn't even matter anymore. Can you do Mythic Plus in a cross-faction group, or only normal and Mythic? Normal and Heroic. Yes, Mythic Plus is cross-faction. Alright, there you go, boys. We're gonna do some Mythic Plus as well, I think. Okay, so we found signets. Some rope there that we have to find. A raids cross-faction too. I think raids will be cross-faction too, except for mythic raiding, which usually Blizzard doesn't do cross-faction stuff on. At least that's been my experience. But yeah, the normal and possibly the heroic raids will be cross-faction. We want to from the random dungeon finder tool. It is only faction basis. Surely it doesn't force you to go into the only way you can do it cross-faction is you have to physically run to the dungeon. That's a bit bullshit. That's a bit bullshit, no? Like, just make it so that everyone that signs up gets placed in, you know, whatever party. I don't understand why there's this push for what? What's Blizzard hoping? Like, what's Blizzard afraid of will happen? Like, people will be angry because they get groups too fast? I don't get it. I don't get what's the problem. I joined my party the last time. Could be wrong though. I mean, I have no idea. Just have your minions put you there? I mean, that doesn't make a difference to, like, the fact that the system is weird. Sure, I could have people, like, be there, hopefully, and just portal us there, but still, it shouldn't be necessary. Oh my god, here goes dragon fucking shit going on again. Wait, only a Lincoln Dungeon and raid old school? I don't understand why Blizzard would do that, but I mean, to each their own, I guess. Limited thing, since most people that have close relationships with others in game are likely on the same faction already. Yeah, there would be very few people that would have friends in other factions. That's true. So you are effectively just doing that for people who happen to have friends on another faction. It's just kind of weird, because most people that are friends, if you're on separate factions, you'll just join your friend's faction. Unless, of course, your friend is playing Alliance and you're playing Horde, in which case you won't join your friend's faction. Who the fuck would join the Alliance? I mean, maybe there's people that don't have any self-respect. I guess that could make sense. But, like, anyone with self-respect wouldn't join the Alliance. Yeah, most likely Blizzard is testing it out to see how it goes, and they'll do it properly eventually. And me as the Mighty Alliance make the full Horde pay. Dude, I'm gonna bet that there's been so many Horde that's been killing you over and over and over and over and over again. It'd be nice to have cross-faction guilds. Dude, at this point, why do we even still have factions? And this, by the way... So, I just want to start by saying I am the biggest fan of the faction system. Or used to be the biggest. Probably not the biggest anymore, because I understand that it's no longer really a necessary system. But I used to love the faction system. But as things stand right now, I do not understand why we even still have a faction system. Fact of the matter is, I think it would be much more sort of player friendly to just let the faction system die. Let everyone just play the game and keep the faction system as a PvP only thing. So you join whichever faction you like, and you know, that's your PvP faction. Just the core of the game itself. Yeah, it used to be the core of the game. Factions are no longer a core of the game. They haven't been a core of the game for how long? When's the last time we truly had Horde versus Alliance anything? It would be better if you can swap faction, and faction should not be race related. At that point, again, I would say, why even have the factions in the first place? Ace the base. We didn't really have faction warfare in BFA. It was like first patch and then it was done. So that doesn't really count. I prefer Horde races, but my friends were Alliance, so when I played, I have most max level characters as Alliance and only a few in Horde. My personal opinion would be, or my personal suggestion would be, make everyone play the same game, like just normal. It's just a game, right? You log in and you play, and all of the foes that you face and all of the evil that you face is max level, like world-ending threats, and we have to stand together because we want to save Azeroth, obviously. And then you have Horde v Alliance as a choice. So in other words, if you choose the Horde, this means that you will from now on PvP on the side of the Horde, okay? And if you choose Alliance, you will PvP on the side of the Alliance. And you'll collect the mounts and the stuff that you get from the Horde, and you can easily swap between the two. So if you want to join the Alliance instead of joining the Horde, you can do so as well. It really is up to you. So it's basically like training programs instead of it being hardcore factions. In BFA was the old gods, not the factions. The factions in BFA didn't, like, the faction warfare was for one patch. And then literally after the first patch, it was old god stuff. It had nothing to do with the Horde v Alliance faction warfare. And even then, it was so light on the Alliance versus Horde warfare stuff that, you know, and I think most people have just lost their appetite for the Alliance versus Horde stuff. Should have leaned into it more and built up all the tension. Most by revealing the old gods were stirring us up.
It is good
they could have done a lot of things, right? How goes your task, hero? Did you find any signals?
The primalists must be purged.
Use weapons, find anything worthwhile out there? Good find, Akalon. These should be useful.
The primalists
What is it,
must be
Fred?
purged.
Did you find something? What is this? Rope? There is no time to make a net. Wait, I have an idea. There are some old weapons that we could use with these. Good eye, Akalon. They are perfect.
Report back.
You did well to gather those spears and rope. With them, we can ensure those haughty primalists will no longer rule the skies. There is a platform up the stairway with several siege scorpions. If you use the ropes to string their bows and use the spears as ammunition, you should be able to strike the magma swarm dragons in the air. Once cleared, the path up the spire will be safe, and we can continue our search for Commander Aeronog.
We must keep the primalists busy.
Problem, I died out like it did. What, King Julian? Bliss do Alliance versus Horde too often? It's not the fact that Blizzard does Alliance versus Horde too often. It's the fact that Blizzard changes their mind too often. You can do Alliance versus Horde as often as you want. I mean, Blizzard does world-ending threats all the time, and yet no one seems to mind those. The issue is, for too many expansions, we have gone from, oh, Horde bad, Alliance bad, oh no, friends, let's fight the big bad evil. Oh, Horde bad, Alliance bad, oh no, friends, let's fight the big bad evil. That at some point, players decided, you know what, why does this even matter? And I think specifically it's players that never played Warcraft 1, 2, and 3. So it's players that didn't have that sort of Horde v Alliance mentality ingrained in them from the start, that have just sort of grown bored of the whole Horde v Alliance thing. They don't see the point to it. Dude, fuck. I thought I was supposed to tie rope to it. This is just me shooting normal spears at them. Yeah, pretty sure this is not me. Like, there's no rope to that thing. This was just a normal spear. These zoomers in my WoW? Oh my god, what a boomer statement, bro. People often forget a lot of current players only began in BFA or later.
Here. I think I found Commander Aeronog.
Yeah, probably. I would say that's a safe bet, actually.
What is
well
going
done,
on?
Admiral. That should take some heat off us. Keep your weapon in hand, though. We are not done yet.
Report back.
Into entirely separate questlines must be a pain and a waste, considering half your player base won't see it. In that case, I understand why they usually just end up with let's team up. I think they can also, you can just do better stories when you have one story for everyone. They have a lack of Horde v Alliance and World PvP, but then don't do any either. Well, the whole World PvP thing, the reason people don't do World PvP is because it sucks. I mean, I don't think it's that people, like, I don't think it's that people are just trying to be dicks or anything. I think it has to do with the fact that the world servers suck monkey dick. Like, fucking no one. Like, absolutely no one wants to do PvP world servers. They suck. Oh, that's a trinket. Oh, that's a sword. I don't give a shit about the sword, but I will take... Oh, trinket is not great. Oh, it's still a trinket. It's still an upgrade, I guess. That is still an upgrade. We'll do it. Well, PvP is usually just the Zergfest. The problem is the servers. The servers can't really handle a lot of people at the same, like in the same spot. And of course, that's going to drive people insane. So until Blizzard fixes the servers, they can give up on the dream of having massive world PvP battles. I can't imagine human as war chief in Orgrimmar though. No, but that's not what you have. So you will continue to have leadership structures as they exist right now. So the Horde, technically the Horde will still have a council, and the Alliance will still have a king. But they're no longer two separate factions. They're very much like a collection of races, if you will. So instead of having, you know, actually, even instead of having a Horde council, you'll just have leaders for every single one of the races within the Horde. And these will be the kings and stuff that rule. So Orgrimmar, since it is the home of the orcs, will have an orc sitting in Orgrimmar. This is the only part of the fortress we haven't yet searched, Akalon. If Commander Aeronog is anywhere, it has to be here. Remember, glances towards the nearby doorway. Let us see what we can find.
We must press on.
I'm ready. Let's go, bro. This is Commander Aeronog. He's the traitor.
Over there.
Oh, shit.
Your guards did not join our ranks as expected, Aeronog.
I am not concerned. Dead soldiers cannot get in your way.
I see you have unearthed the Flame Stone. I can sense its strength.
It is now time for your end of this bargain.
Wait, what the fuck just happened to him? Oh, wow. He got...
Rise. Primalist Aeronog. I pledge this power to free my kind from the leash of the aspects. Then go, while I turn this wretched Titan-stained place into ashes!
Fuck, so betrayal from within. Of course it's always betrayal.
It is good you are
Damn
here.
it all. The commander was behind us. I cannot believe he would betray us like that. Well, believe it.
The Primalists
Commander
must be
Aeronog has
purged.
betrayed us and left this beast in charge. You have done so much for me already, but I cannot handle this monster in my current state. Please, do this one last thing for me and help ensure that Southhold Gate does not fall to these Primalists. We must kill their leader. Help me, Akalon. I'm helping, bro. I'm helping.
That traitor! Go defeat the Primalist leader here. I will be your rear guard.
That's a little kinky. My rear will be just fine, sir. You don't have to worry about jack shit. Leave me alone. There's a raid boss, so it isn't really a spoiler. Wait, who said it's a spoiler?
Will be agony!
Why would you just pull it, Hunter? Like, fuck. You know, it would have been much better if you allowed me to at least appreciate the thing. But that's just Hunters for you, isn't it? Like, fucking the stupidest players in WoW, man. Like, Jesus. They don't know what it is to just appreciate something. A hunter sees stuff and they immediately fucking click the shoot button. Don't ask questions, don't fucking argue. Press whatever button will shoot things first. It's ridiculous, man. Metalhead, how you doing, bro?
I am thankful
With
for
their
your
leader
arrival.
dead, these Primalists should be easy for reinforcements from Valdrakken to clear out.
Report
About
back.
the Primalist threat has been diminished, Akalon. Forces from Valdrakken will be headed in soon and can clear up any remnants. You should head back to the city and inform Captain Drine of what has happened. She will be interested to know what occurred here with Commander Aeronog. Thank you again, Akalon, for everything. You're
The
most welcome,
thank
sir.
you, hero.
King Julian, I can't speak.
Betrayal is
You might do
painful.
more DPS than me, but you're still stupid as fuck.
Southgate hold. Though my unit fell today, I will always keep the memory of their courage in my heart. May we never falter in our watch for further rebellion. Farewell, hero.
Of course you play Hunter as an alt, King Julian. I would expect nothing less, bro. Nothing less. You play DK as a main, Hunter as an alt. Need I make any more points? Like, pretty self-explanatory, no? What's
my
up?
forces protect.
Ernok joined the Primalists. Flame and Scale. This is a terrible development. However, you were able to prevent them from taking Southhold Gate. That is no small feat. I appreciate your service to Valdrakenakalon. It will not be forgotten.
I require a moment of your time, hero. I promise it shall not be wasted.
Alright, bro.
Open your mind
The
to what
threads
is
of
yet
time
to come.
flow like a river, with many bends and branches. Occasionally, those flows can be changed. However, any anomaly left unresolved may doom our destiny to a false timeline. We are quickly approaching one of those anomalies. I have sent Chronormu to the Shifting Sands to investigate and correct any issues to the one true timeline. I foresee that your assistance will be invaluable. Please, lend us your aid and meet with Chronormu. Well, seems people don't understand second boss. What do you mean, don't understand second boss? Token, how you doing, brother?
Another time.
Token, but this is very bad news for you. Because I'm only going to be able to do this tomorrow. I don't want to be interrupted in the middle of a storyline. And my power's going out in... So I have to switch off in about 25-30 minutes. And I really don't want to fucking... I don't want to start a storyline and then finish it midway. Because that would suck. Like, is it a long storyline, Token? Like, how long is it? Okay, wait, let me re-ask that. With all the fucking talking and speculation we do while we're doing it, how long will this questline take us? Because I imagine you could do the entire Valdraken, like the entire story for Dragonflight, in probably 5 to 6 hours. But that's not what we have done. Second part, 13 hours. 3 hours. Jesus. That's good. That sounds fun. But no, I'll be back tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. My power's going out soon. And since I'm not going to finish this storyline, I'm going to see if I can at least edit maybe 1 or 2 of the videos for the Clips channel before the power goes out. And then I'll edit the rest of it as soon as the power comes back on. And then before the power goes out again. The next week, at least, is very terrible for load shedding. So most days are going to be this weird stream time. Like early morning stream time. And this is going to continue. Hopefully next week is a little better. Like load shedding's still going to be bad. But hopefully the schedule is of such that, you know, if the power goes out at 12 o'clock and comes back at 2 o'clock, we can start at 2 o'clock and then stream until like 6 o'clock. That's a good amount of time to stream. But right now the power goes out at 2 o'clock, then comes back at 4 o'clock, and then it goes out at 6 o'clock again. And then goes out at 8 o'clock. And then we move to stage 5. And this is where the fun starts. Because at stage 5... See, in stage 4, that would not be a problem. Because that's the last time for the evening. 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, the power comes on. I have power. But then at 10 o'clock, we move to stage 5. And then I'm off from 10 o'clock till 12 o'clock. So fun. So fucking fun. So yeah, I have like minimal time to play. Stage 8, King Julian. So stage 8 is 4 hours at a time, 3 times a day. Yeah, Cesius, literally, this is the worst schedule ever, bro. Because on stage 4, it's already quite hectic. But because every single night at 10 o'clock, Cape Town moves to stage 5, that fucks me. Because my stage 5 is at 10 o'clock. So it's like, oh my god, dude, come on. Yeah. It sucks dick, Cesius. But, you know, my god, I've only been out of power when someone drunk hits a power pole. No, we're out of power every day, multiple times a day. I mean, this morning when I got home from the gym, the power was out. Only showered after 8 o'clock. And then live. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be live same time as today. We'll again probably do we'll do the same sort of thing we did today. Some reactions, some Reddit reactions before the day starts. You know, leading into some Dragonflight. And then as soon as we're done with Dragonflight, we'll start figuring out what game we want to play next. Yeah, but we'll figure it out. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I want to say thank you for hanging out with me, for spending your morning, your afternoon, your evening with me. It's hope that I get my battery backup system soon. Let's hope I get it sorted out soon, so that we can hopefully no longer have to worry about any of this shit. So that's the dream right now. The sooner I can get that battery backup system, the better, because then we can go back to normal stream times, which would be really fun. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as always, be kind to each other, be good to each other, take care of yourselves, and I'll see all of you tomorrow. So enjoy your electricity, enjoy your day, and fuck all of you for having electricity. Anyways, peace out, fam.